So I'm going to shift the cone over 3 units, and I'll move the height back up to 5 to start. So what do you think we're going to see here? So we're descending on the cone, but we're not over the center anymore. We're shifted over a little bit.
I might see like a part of a circle.
Part of a donut.
All right, let's see. Running, running, running.
Ooh, so we get a kind of a dented circle.
I
Yeah,
don't even
maybe,
know how you would describe that shape.
maybe I have to go up even a little higher. Let me go up to 7. See what happens nearer the top.
So, you know, it's less.
It's like a jelly bean shape.
Yeah, so I'm going to go up even higher to 10.
You get smaller, and it kind of starts to look like an oval, but not quite.
Yeah, so this is when it's just starting to touch. So unlike before when it just started to touch, it was a circle. What's happening here? What's the first touch here when we're off to the side?
It's only part of the sphere. Only one edge of the. Only part of the edge of the cone.
Yeah, what's the first touch? The very, very first touch.
Well, that would be a point.
Just be a point. And then it starts a growing little blob, and we saw it grow, like, let's see what it looks like when we come down to 6.
It's like a sort of a jelly bean.
Yeah, it's sort of a jelly bean shape. And when I come down to 4,
Now it gets
Now
kind
you
of
sort of-
almost a circle.
yeah, and you can see I've got much more on one side of the cone, but I have like taken over the middle part of the cone here. Can you see that?
Yep.
So there's my blob. And if I hadn't gone over to 3 units, but maybe just went over 1 unit, it's going to look a little bit different. Because now I should, well, not yet.
The circle.
Let me go up
Almost.
a little higher. I still should get a hole.
But it's an oval hole, and your circle isn't really.
It's sort of
a circle.
flat on one side.
Yeah, and that hole emerges because at the initial touching point, or sorry, closer up to the initial touching point, it's just a blob. And as I come down, that blob grows and sort of wraps around the cone. You see how that's wrapping around the cone here?
Yeah. So you go farther down,
At 6,
it might wrap around.
yeah, it might wrap around.
Entirely, wrap around entirely.
Yeah, but it's more on one side because it's shifted over.
Yeah.
And so we see these projections, and the circles, the sphere is saying, hey, I don't have a hole in me. And what are we saying in 2-dimensional land?
It's like,
It sure seems like it.
Sure seems like you have a hole in you. And the sphere would be saying, well, no. That's because your world is bent in this really strange cone way. And you don't know what a cone is because you live in this 2-dimensional world, right? So the reason I wanted to talk through this is that initial idea that we have about the ball passing through a plane and it really being very easy to understand what a sphere is heavily dependent on that shape that we live in being completely flat.
Yeah.
But if it's not flat, the projections, the slices are very strange looking.
yeah.
Yeah, and so our next project, not today, is going to be what happens in 3-dimensional world if 3-dimensional world is bent. And we don't know that it's bent. And a 4-dimensional sphere passes through. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
All right, good job, guys.